Alright, boys. You know what time it is? It's time to do some actual quests for once. Oh my gosh, we've escaped the NCPD scanners and the gigs. Now we're gonna do some proper quests with proper voice acting and actual stakes and interesting scenes, you know? Finally, finally! We're waiting forever for this, it feels like. Yeah, the gigs they're not nothing, but they're usually kind of what's the word? They don't really have much story to them, you know? It's mostly like, oh, go save this guy, or oh, go in there and kill everybody. You know, classic, a little bit of world building, you know? But these ones, the jobs and the actual quest lines, those are the ones that have the real story, the real interesting segments. Now, what I'm gonna do, here's my plan, right? I'm gonna progress the main storyline all the way until right before, what's the word? Right before the ending, I guess, so that I can make sure that I have all of the side quests unlocked, and then I'll do all the side quests. That's what I'll do. I don't know if any of them are locked behind the main quest being progressed. That's why. So I'm doing it that way. Meet with Takimura. Okay. So I didn't record it in this stream. It gives you, when you replay the game, it gives you an option to skip the beginning part, and that's what I did because I wasn't initially planning on recording this. But basically, this guy was so there's this guy Saburo Arasaka who was the head of the biggest corporation in the city, and he got assassinated, right? And this guy's his bodyguard, and this bodyguard wants to find out who actually did it and like save the day or whatever, or he already knows who did it. Excuse me. Yeah, that's the gist of it. And so we're gonna meet up with him to try to figure out what's up and like take down the bad guys. You know, I don't actually know how far it pushed me into the future though. Like I don't know if I've actually met with this guy yet. Yeah. So I've got this like little thingy-majig in my brain, and basically it brought me back to life, but it's gonna slowly kill me because I got shot like a dummy. It is good to see you too. It is a little secluded. It's true. You're right. You look awful, dude. I can't tell.
You see a man proud of his influence, money, and dignity. Look well.
I can't, dude. I can't see him that well. Does he look awful?
I am mostly unnoticed in the streets.
Yeah, where's your friend?
Oda, he should be here any moment now.
Oh, really?
He's Hanako-sama's bodyguard.
Hanako-sama.
From the carrier at anchor in the bay, Saburo's daughter.
Yes, and if he believes you, we'll next meet with her.
Okay. Do I do the Corpo one? If he believes you, we will next meet with her. So it's her bodyguard is meeting with this guy's bodyguard. Or he sells us out. Sure, you can trust him. Hope he's not a stickler for Arasaka protocol. That's what I'll say. Hope he's not a stickler.
What protocol?
Unwritten rules. Had him here in Night City. Could be different in Japan. If IA got even a whiff of treason, they'd prep an enhanced interrogator and send 2 elite squads with air support to grab the suspect.
I understand the point you seek to make.
Okay, good.
If Oda has ulterior motives, he would need no alien, no air support,
Oh,
no one but himself.
trust me.
I have seen him work.
Well, trust me. You haven't seen me work yet. You haven't seen my work.
Calm, you can gaze at the sky.
What sky? There's just smog.
By God, a good sign.
He's usually camouflaged. Is he the one driving, or is he in the back of the car? All right. A nice little shiny camera distortion. There he is. Look at him. Look at him come. Okay, I was gonna say, are you gonna say something?
witness. V.
Can speak for myself, you know.
So speak.
Oh boy.
Told you no things.
I don't know things. I want to. Yeah, no, I need a guarantee.
Not gonna like what I'm about to
Yeah, I don't want him to freak out on me.
You have it.
V. You can trust Oda.
Okay, I barely trust you, dude.
Plaza. I was there the night it happened. Looked like your typical family quarrel until your Nobu lunged at Saburo and started choking.
Silence.
Yeah, see, this is exactly what I'm talking about.
You will bring death to your door.
You just gave me your assurance. You just gave me your assurance, dude. Come on now.
My one concern is to keep her safe in this city forgotten by the gods.
Is she in danger?
Now? No. Yet during the parade to
Oh, so we haven't done the parade yet. Okay.
most certainly.
I bring you this witness to his murder. And you dare to worry about the city parade? Fool!
Correct. Unlike you, I have not yet failed to keep my oath.
But you can't
Can't ignore the truth. All right, Buster Brown.
You will regret those words.
The only thing I regret is that I came here to meet you.
Yeah, this is what I sort of expected to happen. I'm glad he didn't kill us.
On your head. I did you a favor now.
I'm not gonna say that.
Taking it straight to your Yorinobu-sama. What would you do now? Were you in my place?
I do no favors. I will deliver your head to
Uh,
Sama.
Consider yourself lucky that I am not.
I'm gonna say this.
What?
We're talking about a guy who killed his father to seize control of Arasaka. Gonna take an interest in this or not?
I will not.
What?
But I will let you leave this place, this city, unharmed.
It's not gonna go that easy for you, buddy.
You again. I will not be so lenient.
Ah.
My friend, we are all so far from home.
Dang it. Was there a way to get him to help us, or did I just fail on my own? Yeah. Wait, can I level up my cool before I do that? Let's see. My cool is 20. Why can't I say that? Huh. Let me try it. Find friend there.
Got any more?
Alas,
Yeah, I like to be snarky. Well, we tried. I knew we'd crash, but I don't want to say that because I don't want to sound pessimistic, you know? Well, we tried.
Can't say we didn't try.
we tried, yes, and obtained something useful.
What did we obtain?
How did you figure that out?
What Oda said
Kami? Ooh, look at that.
to Tokyo after the parade. Do you not see that
The parade.
it is our chance, perhaps?
Oh boy.
Somehow, we can get to Hanako-sama.
Oh boy.
Must do a proper reconnaissance first. We'll need a precise map of Japantown.
Hold on.
It is
Hey, I've got one of those. Look, it's right here. Precise map, kind of. Sorry.
Do you know a fixer who could help?
Slow down.
Hang on. Not so fast.
That guy was about to kill me right there.
Is hacking a schism. But you said yourself, Hanako's got the tightest security in All Night City.
Yeah. Tightest security.
That is why I wish for you to contact us with the local fixer.
Alright, okay. I know the dame.
What's his name? Wakako Okada.
I know the dame.
Parlor in Jig Street.
We must pay this woman a visit.
Oh boy. Alright, Okada. I thought I was done with you, but I guess we're going there. Yes, I'll join you. Why not? No thanks. What was I supposed to say there? Oh, is he gonna drive me? That's nice. I don't really want to get in a car with a stranger like this. It is so dark in here. Is he gonna start the car? Drive?
Jig Street. What is his name?
Jig, I thought.
Beware, you mock me too often.
What? I didn't mock him. What do you mean? Can I say, how are you? Clearly he's not doing alright. What's going on at Arasaka? How would he know?
You alright, girl?
Well, you know, just asking. We have shared interests.
You and I. Or have you forgotten?
Certainly not.
Dude, we're in the same car right now.
Catching lead in Night City's easier than catching a cold. And I need you alive.
Yeah, yeah.
Alive and well. As you can see, you should worry about yourself.
I'm kind of alive. What's going on in Arasaka?
What's going on at Arasaka?
So it gave me both options.
Surmise from what I see on TV.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Your young man is puppets grin at the cameras and insist that everything is under control.
Yeah,
But the wider the smile, the bigger the lies.
I see. What? What do you do? Oh, she caught him out here. Oh no. Dude, really? Wow. What a scumbag. What a scumbag. Alright, where's Takamura? Is he way up here? Oh, he's waiting for me.
I may not be good with names, but I do have quite a talent for faces. Where have I seen yours before? On the TV?
Very unlikely.
Yeah.
But of course!
Dang it.
The man, the legend.
That's not who it is.
You were just started.
Do you know who this is? Hideshino, the late night comedy host. He was brilliant before he fell off the wagon.
Oh, you fell off the wagon, dude?
Do your famous better buckle up.
Come on, do it. Do it.
Forget anything like that. Just once, please.
Yeah, come on, just once.
We should go in now.
Don't leave him hanging.
Leave this poor guy hanging.
This is not the best time.
It is the best time.
Come on. I haven't heard it in years.
Better buckle up!
You look really disappointed.
Hino-san, what happened to you?
Yeah, what happened to you, huh?
I do not recognize myself. Are you happy? May we go?
All right, let's go. Sorry, I had to experience that. Man, I can't believe he fell so far from his late night comedy gig.
This has got to be a misunderstanding. No idea who jumped your teeth, but the claws? No, never. My boys know their place. I'm sorry, got to go. I have guests.
It's good to see you in the flesh. It's been a long time.
Who do I spy but thee? In my humble parlor, no less.
Kako, long time no see.
So what brings you here?
Well,
And your charming friend.
we're about to do something real dumb and we need your help. Oh, I'm totally doing that.
The comedian.
Takemura Goro desu. Okada-san.
I had to. It was too funny.
Ah, a true gentleman. Ah, shame only that he's being hunted by all our Arasaka's tin soldiers.
Yeah,
Bring him to my door.
I'm not exactly safe either.
Reason why I shouldn't notify the proper authorities right away.
Let's see. We come with Biz and you love to make eddies. Simple, you're curious. Or risks too high, they might think you're involved. Let's go with this one just because it's my special Corpo route one.
World's most wanted Japanese fugitives hiding out in Night City. You got nothing to do with it? Please. We know they're thinking. They'll link you to us faster than you can finish puffing on that cig.
That's right. You don't want to sell us out.
Tell me,
You'll be selling yourself out.
well, I still have my phone at hand.
Let's start with your debt for me. To me. I don't remember what job that was.
Sandra Dorsey's job.
Weren't in any rush to collect before. Surely you can wait a little longer.
Well,
Now is not the time. Tell Okada-san.
I'm sorry. I've got ADHD in this game.
Need intel on the parade.
I gotta click every option.
Japantown.
So it's Arasaka again.
Yep, it always is.
What I fail to understand is, why come to me? Did Mr. Deshawn not come to the phone?
He is dead. Yeah, here we go. Which one? I guess we'll talk to... We're gonna be snarky to Takamura. That's what we're gonna do.
Remind me why Dex's fat, backstabbing ass is currently indisposed.
He is deceased.
Butchered and dumped at a landfill by some Arasaka goon. Real shame that.
That threat I detect?
Yeah, just the facts. No big deal. No, I'm just telling you how it's gonna be, you know?
Just facts, nothing more.
Good, because you would then have to join.
Yeah, good luck, lady.
Our intentions are honorable. We need just information. It is a matter of life and death.
It is a matter of life and death. Listen,
Everything's on the shards.
haven't I done all of your jobs, okay?
My pockets are empty.
My pockets are not. I am very rich.
It's free.
Okada-san, what is free often proves most costly.
Gonna take them or not?
You sure you want to give this to me for free? Because I'm kind of loaded. I'm like a millionaire in this game.
Got my reasons, but patience I got none.
Okay, fine. I'll take it for free. Is this gonna kill me or something? Poisoned? Whoa.
Whole district is to be sealed off for the parade.
Okay.
Dashi Falls, the main attraction, fly this way, high above street level.
All right.
Along the parade route, balconies, footbridges, and vantage points affording good views.
So what's my goal here? Am I killing her?
The guest of honor will deliver her speech from the lodge's.
No, I'm not killing her.
She'll do this exactly here.
Am I trying to meet her?
No idea about security, but given recent events, expect it to be tight. Our last parade, Arasaka undercovers infiltrated the crowd. Not to mention a smattering of sharpshooters, drones.
Snipers, no.
Day, a net runner, one at least. They
Okay,
use
great.
city CCTV to observe everything. Main access point here. It's an old automated control center. If you ask me, most useful by far.
Uh-huh.
And the floats afloat out of Japantown, and we'll be left with trash up to our elbows that no one will collect.
Great.
That's it. It's all I have.
It
All right.
must be enough.
It must be enough.
Be on your way.
That's kind of cold. Not curious what we're after?
Not at all curious what we're going to all this trouble for?
Blissful ignorance has served me well. In any case, I'll find out soon, won't I?
I suppose so. As long as we don't fail.
Thanks, Bukako.
We appreciate this, Okada-san.
How many husbands did you have again?
Now Baskin, how many of those husbands did you have?
5. All went before their time. Terrible family tragedy.
You didn't sound too worked up.
Tragedy will strike you.
Have to live somehow. For my 9 sons.
Jeez. You still owe me for Sandra Dorset.
Standing biz to settle. Remember Sandra Dorset?
I don't forget such things, V.
She gonna pay me? What's about to happen?
Here's your reward. It comes with a fairly ample bonus. Go see a ripper doc. They'll weave you a dermal imprint that will enable smart gun compatibility. A tiger class specialty.
Uh-huh. Alright. That's all I care. I guess tell me, since I'm here, might as well ask.
My husband is Westbrook. Yes. Each of them very high in the tiger class. Ruled Japantown.
Yeah?
What did they do?
They did what made the best eddies. Gave them the most pull, sold sex, and black market tech.
Well. What? That's it? That's all you got for me? Alright, well, glad you told me that. It's a weird end to a conversation, but guess I'll have to live with it. Alright, Takemura-san.
Delightful, mature woman.
Oh, don't be her sixth husband now.
Just what we need. But I will try to investigate further. I I'll stay here sometime and call some associates. The moment I learn something new, I will let you know.
Okay. Stay safe, dude.
Stay safe, Squirrel.
You as well. Until next time.
Okay. Well, that's one down. He'll call me eventually. Only start a quest that isn't a main quest. I'll talk to you in a minute. Ah. Hey. Don't touch me. There goes Pan Am. Can we need a fixer?
Got something that can't wait.
Yeah, Buster Brown. Push me. I'll push you right back.
Not here, not there. Who are you?
What do you mean, who am I?
And what is it you want, V?
All these years, it's really her.
Alright, Johnny.
Just kicking it back on the couch in the afterlife. Don't mess with her. She's got MRI. See right through you. Give her the truth.
Alright, well, I'm still gonna say... I'm gonna still do all the blue options.
Girl. What was her grade?
Why didn't you ask her? She might still be around.
Sniffling in a corner. Ah, little baby.
Need your services. Gotta track a guy down. Anders Hellman. Hotshot engineer, worked for Arasaka.
I don't remember why we're looking for this guy.
Anders Hellman. Pinpoint.
Is that the guy that I used to work for?
Jump in too soon. First, my help's got a price.
I have money.
Second and third, Dexter Deshawn, Jackie Wells, T. Multiple bells ringing, V. Left a lot of bodies behind. Death walks in your wake. Chalk that up to bad luck.
No. I'm kind of a pro at surviving terrible situations. I'll tell her that she got Johnny killed. Yeah. Yeah! Take that, Rogue. Or whatever your name is. Yeah, Rogue.
Johnny Silverhand. Zeroed inside Arasaka Tower. For your barriers. Got more if you want.
Got nads on you, girl. Don't like that on every woman, but they seem to suit you.
Ah, thank you. I try.
Feelings be damned, I've always said. This is pure biz. You need my help, so get those eddies ready.
Dude, I am rich. Ha, this enough? That ain't nothing. I'm almost $2 million. Tomorrow? For $15,000, you want me to come back tomorrow? Fine. Wait until Rogue is ready.
Here to see Rogue. Expecting me.
I'm back.
What about Hellman?
Two, please.
To what?
Make some room.
Yep, Buster Brown. Scooch over on your phone. We're in a nice establishment. You should be enjoying the company instead of using TikTok or something.
Must really need this guy.
Matter of life and death.
It is a matter of life and death.
Bottle stays.
Was Anders Hellman the engineer for my chip that I have? 2 year. Oh, oh shoot. No,
Good stuff. Your loss.
Johnny. I tried to click it, okay? It scrolled me around too much. It was not the plan.
Thanks, Nick.
I guess I'm not drinking though.
Queen of the afterlife. Who would have thunk?
Got a shard for you. Intel. Interesting stuff.
Oh wow, really? I'm gonna ask Johnny.
And she'll help?
The rogue I remember was one cold-ass bitch, but she usually went with her gut. Something tells me she thinks she should check out.
Great, glad you could help. I will take that chip.
What you got?
Mine. Let me poke this right into my brain.
Your helmet's not on any
I know Kung Fu.
officially anyway, but he does pop up in GMT's confidential stacks. It's a Kang Tao subsidiary, Chinese corp. Kang Tao's been using them as a fig leaf for years. They're masked for more sensitive operations. All that clear?
King Tao's been using them as a fig leaf. I don't know what that means. A mask for more sensitive operations. All right. They're protecting him from Arasaka. They're getting ready to transfer him.
Must be prepping him for a transfer.
How would you know?
Chinese corporal playbook's an open one to me. This looks like the old vanishing pigeon.
Hmm.
Decrypted map of upcoming Kang Tao.
That was pointless. I'm just flexing on my knowledge.
Thing is, which one?
Take a look at the specs on this one.
Which one?
No ground support, no linked cargo manifest site.
Interesting, interesting.
Sure, Kang Tao sometimes transports stuff unregistered if they want to push it under the table. But catch the load on the city. Already approved in the system, but too low. So definitely no cargo on board. But there's a passenger list.
Okay.
Kang Tao security detail plus one VIP.
Hmm. Well, there he is. That's easy. Got this intel pretty fast. Yeah, it's been like one day.
You just snap your fingers and it falls in your lap.
I know where to look, and I know whose head to put in a vice.
I don't put my head in a vice.
Wasting time, especially answering stupid questions.
Hey, I'm sorry. I gotta know all the lore, alright? I need to know what's happening here.
Bad news is the extraction site. Look, Night City airspace. All this.
No way to jack the transport without the NCPD picking up on it.
And here, we're too close to Kang Tao. We even give that AV a dirty look, their backup hustle will be on us. But, right here's Jackson Plains. Narrow corridor, just outside the city, and just out of Kang Tao's reach.
Great.
Dead zone. I'll grab him there.
Gonna need a native to the area. Someone who'll set up the op, cobble together the gear.
Alright. AV like that's a hard nut to crack.
You didn't track it that idea.
Good thing we've got the nuttiest nutcracker.
Saw legacy models flying around during the war. Mammoth, but they're quick. Like next-gen defenses. Can't take pot shots at it, not even serious firepower. Just won't work.
It's not about firepower. There are ways, and people who know them, or who can at least improvise on a theme.
Alright, do you know the right person?
Know any hick mercs?
Just one. Pan Am Palmer.
Oh, that's the person who was just here.
Can't count on her clan anymore, but she's a true nomad. She knows those lands,
Yeah?
and she will help you. Won't have a choice.
Great.
Does not sound enticing. Not for her, not for
Yeah, I don't want a reluctant ally here.
At a price you can't possibly afford.
Okay.
afford to blow this chance at nabbing Helmet.
Your operation, your call.
Alright, Johnny. Shush, don't tell me that.
Strange. Give the city an
I don't wanna have a bad feeling myself.
By the connections they have, the depth of shit they're in. But you're right. Aldecaldos are rarely willing to do business with the city.
Pan Am's got a different take?
Yep, on everything it seems.
Why does she have to help me? That's an important question.
Why's Pan Am gotta help me? I sense a catch. Pretty big one.
Occasionally, Pan Am moves merch for me. Last job? Well, wasn't a good day for her.
She run into a hitch.
Complete bust, actually. Lost the goods and her ride. Pan Am will do anything to get the load back. Means her dignity. I know her.
Well,
Guess I can try to help her, but if we don't know where to look, I mean...
We do. I do.
yeah, do we? Oh, so you're gonna try to play me just like you played Pan Am?
No, but wouldn't tell Pan Am. Aim to play cat and mouse with me, too?
My aim is to know an opportunity when I see one.
Uh-huh. Seize it.
I told her everything. What do you think she'd have done? Grabbed her iron and gone on the warpath, that's what. Not hard to see how that could have ended. And
I need
then
her alive, is what you're thinking.
Than losing good people to plain stupidity.
Oh, I'm glad you care so much about me.
Two pawns on Rogue's board.
You're quick. For a pawn.
Hey. I can become a queen though if I make it to the other end of the board.
Fine, let me hear what you know.
Rocky Ridge, ghost town just outside Night City. Pan Am knows where. You'll go there, get the merch back, wheels too.
Alright.
Naturally, you'll call her first. Sending you her deeds.
Alright, I'll do that.
Thanks.
Johnny, stop complaining, okay? We were here for like 10 seconds. You might be able to tell me something. Enjoy working at the afterlife?
Working here anymore.
No real complaints. Fights are rare, and when they do happen, they're over quick.
Alright, that's nice.
Killer clientele. Am I right?
Your word, not mine.
How's business?
And I hope
Seems pretty good.
Can't complain.
Uh-huh, I have seen it myself.
Thirsty, and we're here when you do.
Alright. Want to memorialize a friend.
spot on them here.
A chulo bowl with the bun? Yeah, sorry to hear.
Maybe he makes up a
The Jackie.
some grapefruit and Nicola.
Nice. No, I know what you want. Vodka on the rocks, lime juice, ginger beer, and most important,
A splash of love.
That's him, alright.
and we call it...
Didn't he say that earlier? Maybe.
Right. Well, the first Jackie Wells is on me.
Great. Thanks.
Thanks, Claire.
No problem. Just holler if you need anything.
I'm not getting a drink, though. Phone. Let me get my phone out. I need to call somebody. Pan Am Palmer. Look at that eye. Yo. V here.
Be here.
Nice to meet you. That's not important. Oh, I don't want to tell her.
From someone at the afterlife.
I'm not telling her the details.
Wanted to talk about what you want. The merch you lost. And your ride. You want him back? Let's talk.
Confidentiality does not exist. Okay, we'll meet there. Let's get going. She's talking way too fast. It's stressing me out. Where are we going? Taking a left. Takamura's finally ready for me. Wakata Okada, do you not think she will betray us? What, she doesn't charm you anymore? Having doubts? I'm gonna send that one. That's more snarky. I like it. You only have to look at her, a venomous spider wearing the mask of a nice old lady, but I will not be fooled. If it were not for her disdain for Arasaka, she would have sold us out for a handful of pachinko balls. But since she has not, that means there is something even more dangerous. An opportunist. Maybe she simply wants to hear two rats on one stick. Spear two rats on one stick and is waiting for the right moment. V, I am in Kabuki. I have two questions. How could anyone call this filthy slum Kabuki? Kabuki is a form of art. I will let you know shortly. That's funny. That's not two questions. Thank you. That's only one question. It's only one question. That doesn't make any sense. What have we got? Hey there, Pan Am.
Hey. Pan Am?
So you're V.
That's me.
Where's my car?
What do you mean, where's your car? Yeah, what's wrong with this one?
Why does it matter? What's wrong with this one?
It's borrowed. It's not mine. I asked where my car is.
Excuse me, there are some important things that need to help me. Yeah, help me and you'll find out. We gotta discuss some stuff before I just tell you, okay?
Agree to help me, you'll find out.
Oh, fuck no.
Uh,
You will not jerk me around. Tell me where my car is.
I can and will jerk you around. Yeah, relax.
Calm down.
Don't tell me what to do.
Don't. All right, snarky. Get out of here, lady.
Your car, but you go alone, you won't get him back. And you could lose something else besides. So let's figure something out.
Yeah, come on.
What do you want?
I gotta get this one guy.
I gotta talk to. A corpo traveling by corp convoy.
No, I don't do abductions. Besides, you'd need many more bodies and heaps of gear to take the convoy.
It's just one AV. Planned route will take it over Jackson Plains.
Fuck.
In return, info on your cargo. Help in getting back what's yours. We got a deal?
Simple.
Shit!
Was that really necessary? What even was that?
But if you want your thing done, we'll need to get my work done first. So where is it?
Why is it so important?
Mostly about the merch. Fuck the merch. With that ride, I can take any transport job in town. Without it, only thing I can move is pizza. Maybe.
So it's a really nice car, huh? Like a big tanky car.
You're supposed to know where that is. Cars there, goods are there.
Nash, you dirty bastard. I will strangle you.
Who's Nash?
That shoe of yours? He hanging out to dry? Do not call him that. Fine. Partner.
Former. If ever. The ship tricked me. Straight nipped my truck and the merch. Probably now aims to sell it off in Rocky Ridge.
Man. And you just sat there and watched it happen?
Disappointed.
Yeah, we're taking it back. Rocky Ridge, more like... Wait, oh. Yeah, Rocky Ridge, let's go.
Let's go.
Hang on. I should think this through.
No, you shouldn't. We don't have time for that.
Yes. We'll need backup.
We don't need backup.
One brief stop to make on the way.
Want to tell me where?
Give me a sec.
I'm enough.
Convince them to leave the bastard hanging.
Going ahead with the deal behind Rogue's back. Brave, I guess. Or fucking dumber than a drum.
Buzz, hey.
Is he talking about me or her?
Merchant Rocky Ridge. The thing is, the motherfucker screwed me over. Boss, I will take care of it. I just need you to give me a chance. Boss, come on. How many times have I moved things for you? And how many times have I failed?
One, clearly.
You have my word. After dark? Okay. No, don't call off the meet. Just don't show up. I'll take care of everything. Do you even have to ask? Of course I will. Thanks, boss. You won't regret this.
Yeah, don't worry. Don't worry, lady.
I have bought us some time.
I don't know who Boz is, but... yeah, Boz? Who's Boz?
Boss. Won't cause us any grief, I hope.
I hope not.
This is standard guy. 6th Street.
You drive for gang goons.
Is that not allowed? Street punks need things most. I need money like anyone else.
Yeah, I guess you're better than I am just going around killing everybody. Probably took the population of the town down by like 5%.
Is that surprising? It's called having a reputation. You should try getting one of your own.
Well, excuse me? Do you not see... Wait. Yeah, do you not see my street cred level right there, lady? Alright, I'm offended.
So, where to now?
The Calder camp. I need to see some of the old clan.
Oh, great.
You excited?
That's not your concern. I still have friends there.
They're gonna help us then?
Chance they might help us?
In Rocky Ridge?
That is the plan.
Alright, good. Sorry, I'm eating a sandwich. Rogue said you were cast out?
You mentioned your friends. Said you guys stopped seeing eye to eye.
Well, since Rogue said so, it must be true.
Calm down.
You mean to irritate me?
Okay, then.
No, I don't. I legitimately want to know if we're going right into a deadly situation.
They're still family.
Okay.
It's complicated.
You might say so. Yes.
But would you say so?
Good, let's roll.
Get in.
This lady's so rude to me. I can't believe it. I can believe it, but I can't believe it, you know? We just met. You could at least be kind of polite. I know I'm like holding your car hostage or whatever. Nice ride.
That's right. Lots of space. Practical.
Say no more. Please.
What? I will say more. Thank you very much. You can't stop
How
me.
far's the camp?
Just past the city line. We'll jump on the 9 and head east.
How'd you even get involved in this mess, huh?
Land this mess.
The air freshener and booster seat came extra.
No, I mean this whole thing. Yeah.
What am I supposed to tell you? That I'm not about to let my partner rob me and get away with it? That my fixer made me look like a goddamn fool?
Well, that's what you get for being a fool.
Why do you need that clown from the AV?
This particular clown's got intel I need. And I'm running out of time to get it.
Yeah, I guess I'm a fool too. I still can't see you. It's dark out here.
About Nash.
Rogue, do better not to worry what her agenda might be.
Yeah.
Damn it, stand the bitch.
It's not very nice. Rogue might just like pulling strings. You'll have to ask her about Nash. Screw Rogue. Rogue has not been that mean to me, even though she called me a pawn, which I don't appreciate. She might just like pulling strings, I think.
The afterlife. Laser pawns as she pleases.
Did you just call me a pawn?
What?
I got a good look at her.
I'm a pawn too. It's okay. We can become queens.
Keeps things to herself. It's a skill in her profession.
Well, I think she's a lying, manipulative bitch.
Well,
Put me together with that round. Did you know that?
Nash is a Raff and Shiv. I still don't remember what a Raff and Shiv is.
Wait, Nash is Raffin?
Yes. He runs with the Rates, the largest raffin group in the area. You know about them, right?
I do. I've killed my fair share.
Tossed out of clans.
Yes, mostly. Nomads don't vanish their own without a reason. So think murderers, rapists, freaks.
Gotcha.
Gather teams, sometimes form actual gangs. Most of them are wanted and have warrants on their heads.
Great.
And that bitch had been working with scum like that.
Well,
And that bitch had been working with scum like that.
okay. She might not have. No, she knew. She must have had her reasons.
You don't say.
Yeah.
Don't open her mouth without weighing the forwarding. Okay, we're almost there.
No, dang it.
Then ride your Rocky Ridge.
Ah, this is all my own fault. Shoot. I didn't get to finish the conversation. Vest is the weirdest thing to wear. What are you doing, dude?
Would you look what the cat dragged in?
Is that a ghost or is it just my hangover?
Fuck you too.
Who's this?
No. Oh, I gotta read this.
This is Scorpion.
Hope our little hothead gets the job done. Good luck. Oh, hey, nice to meet ya. My name's V. Oh, shoot.
Well, might not have needed a babysitter if you hadn't lost the merch in the car.
Shut up, B.
Are you kidding? Did that beauty throw
Yeah, I'm a little leaker. I'm a snitch. I snitched it.
To death in Old Night City.
No, it got clipped.
shit? Who dared?
It doesn't matter. I'll get her back. That's why I'm here.
We need your help.
With what? What's this about?
Raffin screwed Panam. Plan is to show him that was a bad idea.
How bad did they get you?
Bad enough to make me sit quietly through all your bullshit.
Whoa.
We would do anything for you, sister.
But now?
But you can't say that and then say but.
Well, the old man told us to sit tight and get those generators back up after the batteries went kaput.
Generators? You won't help me with these goddamn generators?
Well, it's kind of important. We gotta keep the air conditioning going.
Really could use your help.
I can get the generators running for you. I'm a pro.
Not this time. We're needed here.
Fuck. I don't believe it. So you'll stay put because Sol told you to. You couldn't care less about me.
Panam.
It's all Saul's part.
It's about the clan. You know that.
Listen, we can't leave camp. No chance. But Saul never said a thing about gear.
I've got plenty of gear. I don't need your gear.
Okay. Well, I'll need that rifle of yours. And some of my own stuff.
Take whatever you want.
And take care of yourself up there.
Who are you? Scorpion or something?
Guys, I'll grab the gear, then be out of your hair.
Yo, Scorpion, is that you?
Stuck with me.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
You're stuck with me.
Disappointed?
I don't know. Maybe a little, yes.
Hey, I'm great, okay? I've got 50 street cred. You should appreciate me more. What are they running from, me? Yeah, I'm pretty scary.
No, I'll be going against it.
What the heck is happening? What in the world? What the heck? Guy looks like a shop.
Not your
Ooh.
concern, friend.
Oh, Saul doesn't know she's here. Is Saul, I guess, the leader? What kind of book is this? Guide to the Net. It's like a net for dummies. 1,000 beats a second. Have I read this? Excuse me. I couldn't believe my eyes. For a moment, I thought Jessica had changed them out for faulty Kiroshis while I was asleep, but no, that wouldn't have been like her. I blinked again, no change. There I saw them, clear as day, the open flaps of Jason's chrome skull. I saw the electronic brain that, up until now, had been hidden by perfect imitation sin skin, the son of Futuretech CEO, the boy of my damn dreams, Jason. He was an android. Shoot. I sat there stuck, with a dumb expression on my face, and Jason stared back with one of his own. I couldn't help but wonder now, were those beautiful blue eyes of his the same that had pierced my soul? Were they merely a mimicry controlled by some emo algorithm? Had there never been anything real between them all these times? Not once? Alex, it's not what you think, he pleaded with a strangely authentic note of panic in his voice, and I wanted to believe him. I really did.
Well, clearly it hasn't been,
I replied in equal parts anxious and bitter.
being my rotten luck. The first and last guy I fall for, and he turns out to be a gosh darn motherboard on legs.
No, that's not. Jason suddenly broke off and smiled awkwardly. Wait, did you say I fall for? My cardio implant began to beat more and more quickly. My face flushed. Had I been wrong? Could this body of bolts, wires, and plastic really contain whatever is left of the real Jason Candalas? If his father was able to design a synthetic heart for me, maybe he could do the same for his son's brain. The question is, why? You know, we're dangerously close to this in real life, you know? About to spend $500 billion on AI research. That's going to be wild. I need to read your computer, sorry. Very important. I will help you after I read your emails. Hang on, let me read these. So how about we get this? We get your Thorn ready for a long haul and head north, back to my neck of the woods. You know, hit the old Oregon Trail. There's waterfalls up there that you wouldn't believe. All we have to do is get Mitch on board. All right, I'm in. But if you even think about making a mess in my ride like the one you've got here, you're walking. No, I won't. Haha, if they ever... to Pan Am from the... Yeah, haha, if they ever start advertising the nomad way of life, you'd be our poster girl. The nomad and her aptly named old warhorse. Right? And you know someone around here who can spin this life into gold? Because I'd sure like to meet them. I've had enough. Mitch, I'm getting the heck out. I'm sorry. I know it's sudden, but if I don't leave now, I'll call you when I'm in town. I'll look into that afterlife. Find a job. Everything will be fine. Don't you dare worry about me. We'll talk soon. Okay, I won't mince words here. Think long and hard, girl. Oh, wait. Okay, I won't mince words here. Think long and hard, girl, because you believe it'll be better in the big city, but that's just because you don't know what's waiting for you there. Here with us, you just butt heads with Saul. In Night City, you'll have to contend with everyone. Dog eat dog. The camp is your family. The city, you'll be lost in a crowd of strangers. Please come back. We'll talk. Cool our heads. No, Mitch. I thought long and hard about this. If I change nothing, I swear I will explode or kill someone. You know who. I'm leaving my home, but I'm not leaving you or Scorpion or the others. I simply cannot sit at the same table as someone who I'm supposed to be grateful, to whom I should have some measure of respect, and to whom I can muster only hate and the deepest contempt. I will not change Saul's mind. I will not stop him from letting the corpos frick us. I can't grow a pair of balls for him, so I will leave instead. Let me at least do that on my terms. I understand, but listen, take care out there. We'll be waiting for you. Let us do that. All right, last thing. I got to check to see if there's any more. What box? Sorry, what box? I will take the box. Sorry, I had to read all your emails. It was important. So she wants to skip town. Or well, she left. Mitch didn't want her to, but she hates this Saul guy. I mean, we kind of already knew that, but now we know a little more about it. Being in the car until after I grab that chip.
Put it in the trunk.
Yeah. There. Let me go grab these shards. Was it this building that had it? There it is. Chrome Night Love. Oh boy. Chroman's mask glinted in the light of the setting sun, like a beacon in the dark of this rotting city. Lucille's heartbeat began to quicken. Her legs trembled beneath her. Hot blood pumped through her veins in a way she didn't know it could. He looked at her, his strong, masculine figure towering over the bloodied corporate corpse, which had just a moment ago had been violently tried to defile Lucille's virtue. What's the matter with me? Her mind raced. Why him? Why me? Hundreds of questions burned inside her brain, but when she finally parted her lips to speak, only one question emerged. Who are you really? Croman took Lucille into his cold metal hands. She flinched at the touch. You know I can't tell you that. They'll find you. They'll rip my secret out of you any way they can and then kill you.
I don't care about any of that. I love you. I love you.
She couldn't feel his face, his real one, concealed under that veil of chrome, but she could have sworn she could hear a note of emotion in his deep voice. You love a dream. You don't know who hides under this mask.
I don't care what you look like.
What if I'm disfigured?
I'll pay for the operation.
And if I'm an android?
It doesn't matter.
And suddenly, in one swift motion, Crowman removed the mask to reveal the face of Demeter de la Vallée.
If I'm a woman...
Lucille stood there, dumbstruck. A tempest of emotions swirled in a frenzy throughout her being. But after a moment passed, the storm calmed and she smiled warmly, taking her savior's face into her hands. The proverbial clouds of her tumultuous mind began to part. Lucille was beginning to see clearly at last.
How many times does a woman need to say she loves you?
Lucille smirked and whispered softly.
Before you believe her.
Okay, whatever. Man, these guys have a lot of, like, goofy books lying around in this place. Of heaven and hell. The argument. Rintra roars and shakes his fires in the burdened air. Hungry clouds swag on the deep. Once meek and in the perilous path, the man kept his course along the vale of death. Roses are planted where thorns grow, and on the barren heath... Barren heath sing the honeybees. Then a perilous path was planted, and a river and a spring, off every cliff and tomb, and on the bleached bones, red clay brought forth, till the villain left the path of ease, to walk in perilous paths and drive, just the man into barren climes. Now the sneaking serpent walks in mild humility, and the just man rages in the wilds where the lions roam. Rintra roars and shakes his fires in the burdened air. Hungry clouds swag in the deep. Is this like a song or something? As a new heaven is begun, and it is now the 33 years since its advent, the eternal hell revives, and lo, Swedenborg is the angel sitting at the tomb. His writings are the linen clothes folded up. Now is the domain of Edom, and the return of Adam into paradise. See Isaiah 34 and 35. Oh, shoot. Shoot. I wasn't done. Chap. Without contraries is no progression. Attraction and repulsion, reason and energy, love and hate are necessary to human existence. From these contraries spring what the religious call good and evil. Good is the passive that obeys reason. Evil is the active springing from energy. Good is heaven, evil is hell. William Blake. I feel like I've heard that name before. Like, is that a real person? I need more. Chips, the Green Death. The weatherman peers into the eyes of the young nomad as if trying to divine his thoughts. Don't misunderstand, he said. I don't mind unexpected guests, but you must recognize when a man lives alone in the middle of the desert, he has a right to ask uncomfortable questions. The boy wouldn't make eye contact, instead glancing nervously out the window, as if expecting to spot an armada of battle drones coursing straight for him across the night sky.
I'm running away,
he muttered after a moment of hesitation.
From Green Phantom. He's been following me since Yellow Creek.
The old man didn't move a muscle, save for a twitch at the corner of his mouth, revealing he knew more than he cared to admit. You have nothing to fear, he said softly. The Green Phantom only comes for the worst criminals. If you hold regret in your heart, he will forgive you. He'll offer a second chance. The boy's anxious demeanor suddenly turned to a rebellious grin. I regret nothing.
And you, old man? You don't have the faintest clue what you're prattling on about.
You're wrong. I've also met the Phantom once before. The tenderfoot nomad's eyes widened in surprise for a brief moment. It seemed as if there was a question at the tip of his lips, but he refused to ask it. It's late, the old-timer said. You should sleep. You're exhausted and need to gather your strength before you continue running, if that's what you choose to do. My home is open to you for the night. The boy uttered no thanks. Without a word, he stood and entered the small, dark bedroom, where his host prepared a bed. To find his way, he switched on his infrared, then immediately froze in place. There was a body lying in the bed. He edged closer until he could discern its shapes. A pool of cooling blood, withered hands contorted in unnatural angles, the vacant, dead eyes of the old man he had only just seen talking in the other room. Suddenly the walls began to emanate a otherworldly olive glow. The boy could sense a figure enter the bedroom and stand behind him. If you regret nothing, hissed a cold, emotionless voice, then why do you flee? Then black. The world of the young nomad plunged into darkness. Well, He got by the green phantom. Is there any more? There should be more. There's a bunch of them in here. Jeez, is this like the library? Who are you? Are you the librarian? Teshima Jinshi. Oh my gosh, am I gonna have to read all of these? No, I'm not from around here. Jeez, I'm gonna clear my throat. There's a ton of these. The indirect cause of the family's weakening in leadership was, paradoxically, not enough internal opposition within the group. Decisions made by Selita Bakker, the charismatic and surprisingly long-lived leader, were made without so much as a grumble, and her orders were carried out immediately. Selita led the Bakkers with an iron fist. She was a domineering figure, perhaps overwhelmingly so. But you couldn't call her a tyrant. Loved and respected by all, towards the end of her life, she seemed to regret that nobody in the family tried to take power or at the very least challenge her authority. After her death, the family entered a transition period. Selita's position was occupied successively by Dalu Bakker, Lorena Ruiz, and Shari Dalin. None of them led the family for more than 2 years. Ledoux died during a skirmish with Raf and Shiv, Lorna resigned, and Shari simply collected her things and disappeared from the camp one day. It seems that the family depended so long on Selita that when she was gone, nobody could make any firm, unilateral decisions. The family's subsequent leader ruled without any conviction, in the words of Trin Bakker, who, like many other young members, left the Bakker family after it decided to merge with Snake Nation. Trin. When I looked at Dalu and Shari, I had the impression that they had an invisible sign on their heads that said, "What would Selita do?" Lorna was all right, but she drank too much. To be honest, I don't blame her. I don't think Grandma's heart would break if she saw how quickly her successors went through the family supplies and tore up contracts and agreements with other clans. And the idea to join Snake Nation? We might as well have asked Raf and Shiv to line us up on the dirt and execute us. What's the difference? That was the true end of the family. That's why I, Ocean, Lil Elam, Afshin, Persia, and others decided to leave. SW. Do you still keep in touch? No. Okay, well, that's the Bakker family. I don't know what they're related to. Smuggling. Oh, these are all long ones, dude. How much are they going to write in here? Holy. If you want to transport goods, you need contacts. Without contacts, forget about doing business. Who will you need to pay off? Customs officers, guards, the people at the gas stations? Don't forget the motels. You take care of that, you can show up and vanish as you please. Keep them happy, and they'll know where to turn a blind eye. It's also a good idea to strike a rapport with the fellows from Orbital Air. That is, if you're planning on shipping something into orbit. Remember those boxes full of seedlings last year? That could only have happened because my boys at OA Customs looked the other way for 15 seconds. Make sure you're well equipped. Don't use standard issue jammers. Customs agents aren't stupid. They'll know you're hiding something at the border besides which there are no models they can't disable. Use upgraded jammers that work hyper-locally in the exact place you're hiding the goods. Secure packages with ice, ideally bought from us. You can trust family. Use your imagination. Do you know how I managed to transport a few dozen pounds of drugs to SoCal? I paid the right people not to ask any questions and hitched a ride with an all-foods convoy. Nobody realized that several containers of foods were packed with drugs. Plan your routes carefully. You have up-to-date border patrol routes and areas scanned in real time by corporate satellites. You have good old American roads. Use back roads and routes that corpo convoys would rather avoid. You can also dance around those old minefields since the corps don't patrol there anymore. Although apparently by now, they know we pass through there and it's only a matter of time. Use the tunnels as a last resort. These days, it's usually a one-way trip. If you go through one and the second, you're out the satellites. You go through one and the second, you're out, the satellites have a lock on you. So in case you do, step on it. Most of all, brothers and sisters, don't get caught. Alright, I know we have more in here. Is there just one more? There we go. The Long Return. Oh, it's another long one. Aftermath of the Great Nomad Tragedy. These are so long. My voice hurts, dude. Most sources indicate that the governments of Peru, Brazil, and Chile have become a solution for so-called nomad problem. In an attempt to prevent the illegal transnational movement and typically temporary settlement of nomad clans across the South American continent, they plan to seal all borders to undocumented persons of dubious origin. Protestations from scholars, human rights groups, and even corporate representatives have thus far been ignored. Some corporations have voiced concerns that stifling the flow of migrant work could lead to economic decline and unpredictable social unrest. For example, some experts predict the local Brazilian workforce will simply be too small to meet the employment demands of ongoing major agricorp ventures. This push for tightened anti-nomad immigration policies comes as yet another heavy blow from South American governments against an already heavily targeted demographic. More information continues to surface about the so-called long return, where hundreds of thousands of nomads lost their jobs without warning and had their equipment, much of its personal, not company property, illegally seized by the government authorities. Most laborers were relocated from North America specifically for this work, and without corporate support were forced to vacate the hazardous area formerly home to the Amazon rainforest in a week's time. With their only lifeline suddenly severed and no legal basis for staying, many dozens of thousands attempted to find a way home, even if that meant walking much of that distance. Initial reports show staggering figures for the number who died during this mass exodus. Many still ask why. Who benefits from these anti-nomad policies and border closures, if not the South American nations or corporations? Many speculate that lobbyists from Orbital Air and other lunar colony representatives played a key part. Their objective, some allege, is to limit opportunities for migrant contract work, so more will be forced for the sake of survival to accept employment in the notoriously difficult labor conditions of low Earth orbit and on the moon. Great. I didn't know there was work on the moon. It's interesting. Like, obviously there's work, but I didn't know there was going to be, like, labor work, you know? Maybe they mine the moon or something. Get a bunch of iron. I don't know what's on the moon. Whatever they've got up there. What's on the computer? Messages. Lame joke. Hey, how about this one? What do you call a Mexican Arasaka boss? A saburrito. Seriously, Mitch, just stop, or I'm going to tell Netwatch to cut off your net access. What in the world? I'll take that crime block. Oh, it's another book. Are you kidding me? It's not even lore of the actual world. It's like a book in the world. McCrane scanned the room with a deft Karoshi sweep. This corpse was no different than the dozens he'd seen over the years. The dead man's eyes froze in fear. His ligaments, wires, and intestines strewn about the floor. None of it made any impact on McCrane anymore. I've lived too long, he thought, and cops who don't die quick usually find themselves playing for the other side eventually. This case is as clear as a used napkin at deputy's house, he muttered to Junior Inspector Malinowski. Cyber psycho. Came in through the window. Victim let him inside. Must have known each other. Prints are all over the glass. Holy crap. Malinowski shook his head in disbelief. How'd the fricker get all the way to the 11th floor? See those grooves on the windowsill? Climbing spikes. Implant kids these days are getting installed to pull stupid rooftop stunts. Get cheap thrills. Malinowski made his way over to the window to examine the evidence his superior had so effortlessly pieced together. The veteran detective lit a cigarette and stared it back into the corpse's lifeless eyes. Although McCrane had never seen this man before, he felt as if he had known him a long time, and still, he felt nothing for him. No pity, no compassion. This was only a body now, no longer a person. Suddenly, Malinowski's unsteady voice woke McCrane from his thoughts. Boss, these prints on the outside of the windowsill, they belong to you. McCrane let out a quick, punctuating chuckle. Never took you for a jokester, Malinowski, the detective said with an amused smirk as he rolled up his sleeves to expose his wrists. And I wonder, just how would I get here without any climber claws? But before the junior inspector could respond, McCrane felt an uneasiness shoot up his spine. This room, this man, the smell of his blood. He felt compelled to walk over to the savaged victim and reach inside his pocket. A photo, his own face staring back at him. Malinowski slowly drew his pistol. I believed in you, the shaky protege uttered with a pain in his voice. All this time, I idolized a murderer. I don't understand, muttered McCrane, scarcely loud enough to hear his own voice. Something else began to drown out his words, even his thoughts, a strange, primal force.
For the first time in my life, I don't understand. And then crack, a gunshot. Well, good thing Malinowski got him, I guess. One of these chips. Kibble and Scop. Kibble stared glumly at his glass of a seaweed-colored drink. A part of him hoped the bartender had poured a pint of rat poison by mistake. I don't get it, Choom, he murmured gloomily. At school, they said I had talent, a real knack for acting. Was it all a frickin' lie or what? Dude, there are billions of people on this rock. Scop shrugged. Can't work out for everyone. Kibble flicked on his olfactory booster and gave his beverage a whiff. Smelled just like wet mop in the bathroom, maybe worse. Then, not knowing why, he suddenly recalled the merc he talked to a week ago, in a popular punk dive he liked to frequent. Well, okay, maybe talked is generous, but grievances were certainly aired. The merc swept the floor with him that night and threatened to put a bullet between his tonsils if he ever spilled their tequila again. This is it, he thought. Rot gut and tequila, unemployed losers and hot stuff mercs. The latter with this world at their feet. It's people like Kibble who are just a theater set piece, who make up the backdrop against which the Sandevistan boosted mercs of the world can shine brightest stars. Kibble decided then and there that he didn't want to be just a splotch in the background anymore. Why doesn't it ever shake out for us? He asked with a sour grimace. Why does this city only reward bloodthirsty, bullet-crazy punks, while the rest of us normal saps without murderous tendencies have to huddle over our cheap glasses of green cockroach pee? Scott shrugged again. I don't know, find a gun, buy an edgy jacket, he suggested, indifferently, with a note of sarcasm. Shoot some gang haunts, have the punkest time of your life for 4.5 seconds. What the heck happened here? Kibble continued his rant. The world's all upside down. There are billions just like you and me. Billions of do-nothings. Cowards. No, not cowards. People who just want things to be normal. Safety. Life. Life, Scop. Scop had already opened his mouth, ready to list off another round of cynical retorts, but then stopped himself short and started a tangent of his own. Live, he repeated slowly and ponderously. What if I could sell the world, an alternate life? The same all those edgerunners feel, except where you won't ever die like they do. Kibble snorted. This sounds like the start of Braindance or something. Kibble snorted and spat out the cockroach piss he had finally mustered the courage to taste. Sorry to burst your bubble, Choom, but somebody's way ahead of you. Ever heard of Bloody Bout 4 or like a million other computer games? Scott cracked a roguish smile. Is Bloody Bout 4 or these million other games, quote unquote, designed to work on a hybrid brain dance system? You know, the kind I made a breakthrough on just last week? Great. Okay. Actual emails, just a bunch of spam. Oh, there's a chip. LATAM Wars. Latin America, I'm guessing? As a direct result of all the armed conflicts on U.S. soil from the early 1990s until the early 2000s, Latin America, comprising South and Central America, remodeled itself into a strong federation of independent nations, bound through mutual aid and cooperation. The U.S.'s military presence was forced from Latin American territories, with the exception of Panama, where it stood its ground despite fierce pressure from guerrilla forces. Many researchers and contemporary historians maintain that, in fact, the LATAM Wars were responsible for the U.S.'s eventual collapse, breaking up the Gang of Four, CIA, FBI, DEA, and NSA, and decimating the U.S. What is DEA again? I don't even remember what DEA is. I know the other three. And decimating the U.S. Army. However, it is important to bear in mind that no external conflict could have toppled the colossus of American imperialism were it not already built on clay foundations. Okay, so the U.S. fell to, I guess, South America, or South America's pressure is what caused it to fall. It was part of the reason. See, that's actual lore. That's the kind of thing I want to find. I don't want to read any more of these fanfics, you know, that I keep finding. Oh, there's a chip. There's a chip. Death of a Mercenary, author unknown. It looks like a poem. Okay, quick enough, not I, nor bold enough, nor agile, tangled up in wires like a nest of vipers vile. Was it I who fell, or was it done to me? Dissolving, disappearing, with you I wished to be. Now tethered, clamoring, the restless swarm, beating in my ears, a pale rage. No! Into the earth I seep, my life the sweet. Thorn sticks in my throat. A chill burns brighter, on. To the end? What a thought. I huddled the husk, I tumbled for the dawn. The old certainty of youth is felled, and from its gnarled trunk, memories fall forth. Hours of ours, sharp and pressing race, embittered into power-locked embrace. With you I wish to be, and so I go, down a road without end, through woods half-dreamt. And the chill bleached delirium of desire files into trepid trembling sand. Through the fog, your shadow sharpening, the storm tangles me in me once again. The sway with you like sweet grasses dry, still the glassy dust will not but rise. I do not... Dude, I don't like poetry because I actually have to sit there and analyze it, which I did not do just now. I just sort of read it word for word and didn't even think about it. Alright, any chips over here? Chip. Hey, I will take that. Nomads at ground zero. It was no secret Night Corp offered generous pay and, in some cases, free cyberware and biomonitor upgrades to anyone willing to help clean up the crater of radioactive rubble at AHQ Ground Zero. Is that Arasaka headquarters Ground Zero for when Johnny blew off the nuke? Some first-hand accounts recall the incessant ticking of Geiger counters, the loud buzz of cicadas in summer. In retrospect, we can only guess how many crater cleaners lost their lives to radiation sickness shortly thereafter. Both the city's government and Night Corp have claimed casualties were kept to a minimum, while providing no official statistics to substantiate the claim. That being said, they have never been under pressure to release such figures. After all, most rescue, engineering, and rubble cleanup teams were not local Night citizens, but nomads. Surprised you didn't know? Don't be. It's a fact many history courses tend to overlook. The city employed hundreds of nomad mercenaries, primarily from clans in the Aldecaldo Nation. These nomads were hungry for gainful work, and the city needed experts who were not only experienced but brave enough to knowingly put their lives on the line. All so Arasaka could one day erect another tower in his place. But history is not without a sense of irony. These nomads, who so deliberately live outside of our so-called system, came to its very rescue. Not for the first time, and not for the last. Great. So a bunch of nomads got radiation Oh, there's a chip over there. There's a chip over there. Oh man, I'm missing chips everywhere, dude. I'm gonna have to do a double run around. Corporate Wars the musical? Oh boy.
Absolutely phenomenal. A true to art and history. There were many explosions.
Wow, very important. The fourth corporate war is... Act 1. Oh, geez, this is a long one. Well, I guess we're going to know how the corporate wars went down in the musical fashion. Sorry, guys, but if you want to... This is going to be a long one, it seems. Look at that little scroll bar. The fourth corporate war is underway. Saburo Arasaka is displeased with the progress of his son Kei, who is commanding Arasaka's forces. He instructs Kei to defeat the enemy in order to prove himself as a worthy successor. Kei desires above all to gain the acceptance and pride of his cruel father, so he devises a scheme to place all blame of the war's outbreak squarely on Militech. Their conversation is overheard by Sarah, a Militech agent and also the beloved adoptive daughter of the General Donald Lundy. Sarah concludes that the only way to quickly end this bloody conflict is to assassinate Kei. General Lundy comforts his daughter and gives her courage. So this is painting Arasaka as the bad guys and Militech as, I guess, the good guys. Soon, Andrew, a young idealist and idolater of Saburo, arrives in Night City. His dream is to find the last living seagull in the world. That's his dream? Come on. That's like the most depressing dream ever. To find the last living seagull. So he attempts to stow away aboard an Arasaka ship. Then he is discovered, apprehended, and mocked by Arasaka security personnel. Yeah, I'd mock him too. Come on. That's your goal. Meanwhile, Sarah is preparing her ambush against Kei, who is due to inspect the ship the very same day. When her target appears, Sarah is poised to fire her gun when, suddenly, her eyes lock with Andrew's. Time stops. Sparks fly. Young love is born. After a moment, Sarah shakes free of her daze and fires at Kei. She misses. Andrew then intervenes, shielding Kei with his own body. The Militech agents must flee the scene. Kei had noticed the twinkle in the eyes of the young lovers when their eyes met. Under the guise of gratitude for saving his life, he decides to use Andrew as bait in a trap for Sarah. He orders his scientists to heal the young man's gunshot wound and secretly install a synthetic heart containing a nuclear bomb. They have nuclear bombs that small? You could just stick it inside somebody? He formally accepts the young, grateful man into the Arasaka Armed Forces, and, knowing Andrew's reason for stowing away, he convinces him that Militech is responsible for the destruction of the marine ecosystem and seagull population. It was all Militech's fault. That's the reason we don't have seagulls anymore. That's the reason they didn't put seagulls on the sea in this game. Sarah returns to General Lundy after failing her mission. With a father's love, he is able to forgive her, comfort her, and offer her a chance at redemption. He assigns Sarah to lead the charge on Arasaka Tower and end this nightmarish war for good. See, I'm still watching this, I'm still paying attention to the story here, but it seems like this is like propaganda from Militech against Arasaka. Like, it's painting Militech as these great, like, heroic guys, and Arasaka is like these evil, awful guys. I mean, I'm sure Arasaka's not great, but Militech, from my perspective, at least from all the gigs I've done so far, is not exactly that great either. All right, let me continue. With the father's love, he is able to forgive her, comfort her, and offer her a chance at redemption. He assigns Sarah to lead a charge on Arasaka Tower and end this nightmarish war for good. Still smitten from their brief encounter, Sarah and Andrew simultaneously come up with the same plan to search for each other in cyberspace. By chance, they find each other at a virtual coral reef. At first, they are overwhelmed with the unbridled passion of new love, but quickly realize they can never be together. What is this, like Romeo and Juliet? With the Montagues and Capulets or whatever? As Militech and Arasaka. At first, they are overwhelmed with the umbrella, blah, 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 but realize they can never be together. Andrew erroneously accuses Militech of destroying the original coral reef. So, Militech did not destroy the coral reef, causing Sarah to realize that her beloved had become a member of Arasaka's security forces. Both corporations are preparing for final confrontation. Andrew and Sarah mourn their unrequited love. General Lundy worries over the risk his soldiers face. Saburo reminds his son that he only has one more chance to earn his father's pride and respect. Kay has come to the conclusion that his victory cannot be assured, so he decides to instead blow up Arasaka Tower and pin the blame on Militech, in hopes of earning his father's love and death. Saburo enters Arasaka Tower. The two lovers meet as the battle rages on around them, but neither can bring themselves to harm the other. Kay attempts to detonate the bomb in Andrew's heart, but the detonator fails. Struck with a nefarious idea, Kay instead shoots Sarah, killing her on the spot. Andrew's heart breaks with grief, causing the bomb inside to detonate. Is that how it works? Something's telling me that's not how it would work. Like, your heart breaks in a metaphorical sense and in a literal sense? I don't know. In the moment before the explosion, Andrew gazes up into the sky and witnesses a seagull soaring overhead. Wow, okay, okay, you lost me there, you lost me. This is where it breaks, the realism is broken, my immersion's gone. The nuclear bomb explodes, destroying the tower, the young man, the seagull, and his dreams. Andrew's lament, is this a song? Oh geez. I dreamed a dream of an endless sea, Arasaka at the helm. Today my dreams are nothing but mist, and I am nothing but down. My eyes wish never to see again, covered in a seafoam veil of gray. Now I see only the black abyss, my chrome heart gnarled in pain. Arasaka Corp bought my soul in exchange for blood and mourn. The strength in me has forever died, and a corpo rat was born. What a play. I actually enjoyed that one. That one wasn't bad. What? Is that not... Did I not just pick this up? Like, America after the war? At the end of the Fourth Corporate War, in order to establish relative order under the federal government, President Elizabeth Kress imposed martial law on U.S. member states and nationalized the domestic arms manufacturing giant Militech. Preoccupied with their own internal issues, most of Europe and Japan paid little attention to the developments in North America. Back in the 1990s, corporations had already begun aggressively purchasing huge swaths of arable land from farmers. Those who were left with no choice but to sell eventually found each other and organized into larger groups, or clans, to improve their odds of survival. Looking for reliable work opportunities meant staying on the move and often specializing transport contracts. Yet once the war settled down, their convoys became the single, reliable, safe method of interstate shipping. In other words, in this time of crisis and adaptation played a major role in the emergence of the so-called nomad social class. Meanwhile, in the 2040s, NetWatch created an immense firewall dubbed the Black Wall to partition a safe part of the net for human use and curb the threat of rogue artificial intelligences in cyberspace.
At the organization's discretion, humanity was forced to sacrifice its access to inestimably valuable resources and knowledge for the sake of net security. Jeez, come on. There are so many shards. What in the world? This is cursed. I swear I leave and I come back and there's more shards again. Have I read this? Have I looked at messages? Oh, hey, this is Saul's stuff. Okay. I know, we talked about this a million times, but come on, say it. You sailed up a dry creek. If you don't want to listen to Pan Am, then listen to me. If honest smuggling's out, then better Snake Nation over the freaking corpse. If we join Snake, we'll still be nomads, but if you keep serving the corpos, I don't even know what you could call us. From Saul to Scorpion. We have a contract with Biotechnica. End of discussion. So that's why Pan Am doesn't like him. It's because he's working with the corpse. What's the other one? New contract. Despite some setbacks, we should be able to finish the job by the agreed upon date. Can we meet to authorize the new contract? From Jeffrey Simmons. Unfortunately, the terms were not upheld, and the contract has been rendered void. We are currently negotiating with another contractor to finish the job. We can slash the rate down by 20%. You won't find anybody who will do it cheaper, and if they will, they'll botch it for sure. We have a reputation to uphold. The Aldecados never leave a job unfinished. We will consider negotiating the contract at 25%. The job will then be categorized as a B41, and you will not be entitled to any insurance coverage. If your honor permits, please confirm your acceptance of the aforementioned terms. Confirmed. Dang, they're really rolling over them. Alright, any more chips? Chips. Yeah, I've already read this. Any more chips in here? Are we good? Can I finally leave? Is there more chips somewhere hiding from me? Oh man, the wall. What is this about? I haven't read this one. Great, okay. Why does a wall separate Southern California from its northern sibling? NUSA officials will tell you it's about ensuring freedom and safety. After all, the first things that come to people's minds when they hear North California are shifty nomad families, illegal immigrants, and violent criminals of every stripe. They say the wall is necessary for customs officers to prevent smuggling. We're not just talking drugs. Markets on the rise for trafficking include illegal cyberware, biotech equipment, and precious items from orbital stations and lunar colonies. And I understand that. I can even understand that. I can even understand that when you cross the border, you willingly waive your right to privacy, for having your face scanned and registered to your car being tracked by heavily armed drones that transmit your real-time coordinates to a rapid response defense system in orbit, all on the off chance you're in fact a terrorist. For the split second that you go through security gates, Militech, or whoever won the bid to secure the wall, won't allow you to forget that you're in a potential war zone. And that's exactly what the wall is, a reminder. A reminder of how fragile peace and the independence of our city is. As a night citizen, I see the wall relatively frequently. Thanks to that concrete monstrosity, there's really no other way to describe it, I always bear the cost of peace in mind. Is that good? Bad? You decide for yourselves. I do not like living in a surveillance state. That's even worse than, that sounds even worse than what we have right now. Significantly worse. But we're not exactly in a private space here. I'm sure every single thing I'm saying right now is probably accessible, if not recorded, by some... Oh, that's my cue. I gotta move. I will keep recording at another time. Alright. I will check this place one more time. I'm gonna save. And then I'll check this place one more time for any shards I might have missed when I get back.